Hi, meteorologist Damien Lodes, and this is your weekly forecast for September 29th. Well, severe weather does make a return to the forecast tonight. Now, right now, Cimarron County is currently under a thunderstorm watch that's going to extend until midnight tonight. And as we take a live look at our advanced Doppler 3D, we are tracking some severe weather moving through parts of Colorado, New Mexico. Now, right here in New Mexico, these are the storms we're following because these storms are starting to make their way into the Texas-Oklahoma panhandle, and that's going to be the extent of the rain we see tonight. But for Oklahoma City, as we take a live look at the sunset around Lake Hefner, we're enjoying a nice warm temperature of 81 degrees. It's been a beautiful day today, and even for the evening plans tonight, look at these temperatures. 81 degrees by 7 o'clock tonight. Even after the sun goes down, it's going to be nice and comfortable. 77 by 8, 75 by 9. If you have any evening plans tonight, make sure you take them outside because you definitely won't regret them. So for the overnight lows, we will get down to 63 degrees tonight. It's going to be a little chilly, but not too bad. 68 is what you're going to be looking at as you're making that drive into work tomorrow. 81 by noon, so we will get up to the 80s tomorrow. 88 for an afternoon high tomorrow. It's going to be nice and warm, but with this 20% chance of storms returning to the forecast tomorrow evening, make sure you're holding on to that umbrella as you're making that drive home for work. But look at these highs across the state tomorrow. 87 is the afternoon high for Enid, 88 in Stillwater, and look at this, 90 degrees down in Lawton. So high 80s to even some 90s across the state tomorrow. It's definitely not going to feel like the last day of September. I'm sure a lot of people are enjoying this weather, but rain is going to put a little bit of a dampen on that as this low pressure system does start to progress into Oklahoma, and that is going to bring our last ditch effort for severe weather risk for the state for both Tuesday and Wednesday. But after that, look at this. We're going to be home free as far as the severe weather risk goes. Now Wednesday, the severe weather threat is going to be primarily for the western part of the states, Guyman, Woodward, those areas. And as we take a look at predictors showing that between 6, 7, 8 o'clock, they should start to progress into central parts of the state, should get into the metro around 10, 11 o'clock, and that's going to be what we're going to see on Tuesday. And with the storm impacts, the strongest of storms are going to produce some gusty winds, an isolated flooding risk, and even some low risk right there for hail, for some damaging hail. But as we get into Wednesday, the severe weather risk is going to be primarily for northern parts of the state, Ponca City, those areas. And as we look at the risk for these, we are going to have an elevated risk right here for some damaging hail, gusty winds, even a low risk right there for flooding. But the atmosphere on Wednesday is going to be a little bit more unstable, so that's why we have that low risk right there for tornadoes. And as we get into Thursday, the severe weather threat is going to be primarily for the eastern part of Oklahoma. And as we take a look at the risk associated with this, it's still going to be an elevated risk right there for damaging hail, gusty winds, and even an isolated flooding risk with the heavy rain eastern parts of Oklahoma are going to see. But as we get into your 5+5 forecast tomorrow, it is highlighted in red, and that's for our severe weather data we're looking at. But we will warm up to an afternoon high of 88 degrees, and the rain's not going to be done with us just yet because Wednesday and Thursday both have a 40% chance of rain with it. But after that, look at these sunny skies returning to the forecast. Afternoon high of 80 degrees on Friday, and then look at this weekend, 82 for the afternoon high on Saturday, 88 on Sunday. So this is going to be the first weekend in October, and it's definitely not going to feel like it with temperatures in the 80s. And you're up to date with the latest First Alert forecast.